It is the undisputed king of the New York skyline, an Art Deco masterpiece that for 40 years held the title of the tallest building in the world. But the true story of the Empire State Building isn't just about height, it's about speed. This tower wasn't just built to touch the clouds, it was built to win a war. A bloodless but brutal war of egos, rivets, and steel, fought in the skies over Manhattan, the race to be the tallest on Earth. The late 1920s were a time of roaring optimism in America, and nowhere was that more visible than in New York City, where a feverish competition was underway. Automotive tycoon Walter Chrysler was building his own monument, the gleaming Chrysler Building. Not to be outdone, former General Motors executive John J. Raskob gathered his own team with a single audacious goal: to create a building so tall it would dwarf all rivals. But he added an impossible condition. He wanted it built in just 18 months. To the outside world, it was madness, but the architects, Shreve, Lamb, and Harmon, had a revolutionary plan. They wouldn't just build the Empire State Building, they would assemble it, like a car on an assembly line, a vertical assembly line climbing into the sky. The logistics were a work of genius. There was no storage space in crowded Manhattan, so every single one of the 57,000 tons of steel beams was fabricated to order in Pennsylvania. Each girder was marked with its exact location in the frame, scheduled for a specific day, and delivered to the site with military precision. A beam that was cooling in a Pittsburgh factory on a Monday could be hoisted into the sky over Manhattan by Wednesday afternoon. With the legendary Waldorf Astoria Hotel demolished, the race began. And at the heart of it all were the men who danced on the steel tightropes, the Sky Boys. Over 3,400 men worked on the project, but the Ironworkers were a breed apart. Many were Mohawk from reserves in Canada and upstate New York, legendary for their agility and comfort with heights. They worked hundreds of feet in the air, guiding red-hot girders into place, catching flaming rivets in metal cones, and hammering them home, all while the city buzzed like a toy below them. The pace was inhuman. The building rose at an average of 4.5 stories per week. The steel frame was a perfectly synchronized symphony of destruction and creation. As one team finished a floor, an army of others followed right behind them in a precise sequence. Concrete pourers, stonemasons, electricians, plumbers, all chasing the Sky Boys up towards the clouds. 4 giant derricks lifted the steel, climbing the building with them. A miniature railway system was built on the floors to shuttle materials around. It wasn't construction, it was a perfectly choreographed vertical ballet running 24 hours a day. In just 410 days, ahead of schedule and under budget, it was done. On May 1st, 1931, President Herbert Hoover officially opened the Empire State Building from Washington, D.C., pressing a button that turned on the tower's lights. It was the tallest structure on Earth, a stunning victory in the race for the sky. But the triumph was bittersweet. The Great Depression, which had begun shortly after construction started, now held the country in its grip. The tower was a marvel, but no one could afford to rent space in it. It became known as the empty State Building. For years, the building's main source of revenue came not from tenants, but from tourists paying to visit the observation deck. It was a symbol of hope that arrived too early, but it endured. It weathered the Depression, became a beacon of light during World War II, and slowly transformed from a financial folly into the beloved heart of New York City. It became the landmark that King Kong climbed, the destination for millions of dreamers, and a permanent testament to the resilience of the city it watched over. The Empire State Building was born from a rivalry, built with impossible speed, and became a symbol of hope that outlasted the darkest of times. It proved what could be accomplished when human coordination and ambition are perfectly aligned. It begs the question, in our modern world, have we lost some of that audacious spirit to simply build and build fast? Let us know in the comments what kind of mega project we should tackle next. And if you were amazed by this race to the sky, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.